And welcome back, everybody. You're tuned into Screen Time. I am your host, Tony, and we have for you today a very great episode. Manny's over there,
Hi.
dude.
All
How
right.
you doing, Manny?
I'm good. How are you?
Did you forget? Dude?
Always.
Did you forget?
I did.
I forgot to change your fucking green screen.
Every time. Now I'm on a blue brick.
No, literally, dude.
I'm blue brick boy.
And I had it in the downloads, dude. I had it. I
Makes
had
me
it,
the blue
dude.
brick boy.
And you know what, dude? You
Screen 90
distracted
times.
me.
Oh,
Then you
distraction.
distracted me with your Long Island serial
Yeah,
killer, you
'cause no
son
one
of a
cares.
bitch, dude. But yeah, it's gonna be a pretty awesome freaking episode for you guys today. We have
I
a
think
lot to
so.
get to.
We do.
And I feel like not a lot of good things. I'm sorry to say.
Unfortunate. But a lot of stuff. I went
yeah.
through a lot of things yesterday while I was working. I was actually working on one of our projects.
Wow.
While watching some stuff and listening to some goody goods, but
Love it, dude.
unfortunately they were more disappointments than they were actual like good
Content, good anything at all,
whatever
really.
the hell I was
And
watching.
the first thing I want to start talking about.
Please start.
I guess let's do the trailer, huh?
Let's do the trailer. What are we watching?
Okay, so this is actually a trailer. Again, you want to talk about things that aren't good.
Let's start real quick with one.
Well, actually, I heard Michael talk about the trailer, and he seemed a little hopeful.
Okay.
It's for Adam Sandler's new Netflix movie called "You Are Still Not Invited to My Bat Mitzvah." And now, again, just to show you guys how much I think of this movie, this was supposed to be talked about on Friday, and we totally forgot about it.
That's how bad it is.
So here we are, just checking it out, dude.
Let's see.
So let's play it, dude.
My bat mitzvah determines the rest of my life.
Classic.
If I have a kick-ass party, doors would open. And I just think Dua Lipa would make the party perfect.
You can have a ball pit.
That's for kids. I've had my period for 7 months now.
That's a long period, sweetheart.
La 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 la. I'm not popular.
What is happening? You look insane.
Slay queen. I'm not a loser. I look like the lady that pulls kids out of class when their parents get into car accidents.
How often does that happen?
I might be a little obsessed. One day, the gold bar will be mine, and you will have a cool boyfriend too, and then we'll have a joining lost in Tribeca in Taylor Swift's building. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. Can you just let me explain, please? No, let me explain to you. We are no longer friends.
Yo, shit just got real.
What's the matter? Something bugging you?
She betrayed me. She kissed my crush, and then he touched her underboob in PE.
Oh, underboob. I got plenty of that.
You're not taking this seriously.
You used to be such a respectful kid. I volunteered at the retirement home.
So you could do a mitzvah, or so you could flirt with a boy.
Facts.
Real talk.
I don't know what's happening between you two.
Lydia has long black hairs on her nipples.
You wouldn't happen to know why people keep asking me if they can floss their teeth with my nipple hair. Do you, Stacey?
No.
I know what she needs because I know how she's feeling. She needs to process this herself. I know she hurt you, but I'm sure she misses her best friend.
I'm gonna take that as a maybe.
I'm so.
I've tried to apologize. When is it enough? Now it's enough. It's too late.
You don't shape up, your bat mitzvah's gonna be canceled, sis. Dad, just talk to her, don't yell.
Gabby! You're a jerk and you won't let me have a mojito bar.
That's why we fought the Nazis!
Is this a bad time?
So you can have a mojito bar! She's growing up so fast, it's crazy.
I'm drinking now. I tried it the other day. I didn't like it. We're good.
Wow, dude, 10 days. Mark your calendar.
10 days.
10 days. It's gonna be on Netflix. Mark your calendar, Manny. Manny, I've never seen you so disinterested. I think ever in my life.
It wasn't that I was fully disinterested. It's just that I was wondering
Why we're wasting our time?
No, I was wondering something to bring up, which now makes a lot more sense.
Go on.
First things first. Started off very childlike
Yeah.
and very annoying.
Right.
Came into itself a little once you started involving like the older people being
Yeah.
like, oh, they're kind of reminiscing on their
Mhm.
time and how they used to live in this age.
Right.
And then I started realizing that that girl looks just like Adam Sandler.
Oh, his
So,
whole family.
hey,
It's just, yeah.
so that's what I was looking, and I'm like, oh, so this is kind of like, hey, I'm not gonna make my goofy movie, but I'm
Right.
gonna involve my kids and make this a wholesome
Right.
film, which I think might comes off a little better than stuff that I think he's put out,
Yeah, I guess so.
but still very kind of just lame. To
I mean,
me.
it's just. I mean, what did he sign? Like an 11
Dude,
movie
I don't even-
contract with
I
Netflix?
thought it was like 7. I thought he was done. I didn't think he had more. And
so much,
and
dude.
the fact also that like I don't think any of them have really hit. I mean, what was the Halloween one? Was the only one that I actually liked.
A Murder Mystery one
No,
was
no.
good.
Your obsession with that movie is just
Does Adam Sandler have a contract? Adam Sandler signed a $250 million deal to deliver 4 original movies to their platform.
When
He
was
first
that?
signed the contract in 2014, renewed it for 17, and further extended it in 2020. So I guess
So it's 4, 4, 4. So
4,
that's,
4, and 4.
So
So
that's 12 already. So that's 12 full movies that he's got
Yeah.
here. Holy crap. Okay.
wait, so
but
he's
it's
made
probably
750 mil each.
I mean, you also got to. I'm assuming he might not have to star in all of them, or he just has to be like.
I mean, he's not the star in this one.
Yeah,
I guess,
which is
right. So
which is also why I'm like,
what,
I
dude?
just got a text. My wife that my kid just told her to eat his butt. I don't know how to react.
That's pretty funny.
I'm so sorry, but I don't know. I just think that I don't know. I think it might just have a chance because it is a different type of thing, and he's not the main character. And like there's a lot. It seems like a super bad type, but like much like a PG version of it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I can see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like
The
that. I think, or at least the
PG.
style that they're going for, that nostalgic, like.
Yeah.
You always had your friends, and you always knew that shit happened when you were a kid, where like
Mhm.
one girl always fucking
Yeah.
blah blah blah, and
Working both
friends
sides,
decide to
dude,
be not
yeah.
friends, and now they
Over some
wanna be-
stupid girl.
exactly.
Yeah, dude.
But the fact that you're seeing kind of like the adults' reaction, and now for us, the adult reaction is our reactions.
Mhm.
So that's starting to get. So there was a few lines in there that I laughed at that were like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
like they're witty, but I think we're also looking at these movies in a completely different light now.
Mhm.
At least I am, because I'm like, oh, I'm a dad, so I'm like the dad version now. I'm not the kid anymore. So I don't think that way, and I think
Right.
the comedy for it makes sense
Mhm.
for who it is for, but I don't think for me it was. But I think that half of the movie's still going to be kind of enough for it to be okay.
Right.
So I don't know.
So you're gonna watch it?
I might. I mean, it's on Netflix. There's gonna be a night where there's nothing else to watch, and I'm gonna be like, let's see if this has some laughs.
Damn.
And I might have to watch it just to talk about it on here.
All right. Yeah, I guess so. 10 days, dude.
10 days.
I'm never gonna.
I won't be
hopeful.
counting
think it's gonna
down for it, I'll tell you that.
absolute wash. I don't know, dude. I can't. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know when we're gonna review it because it might not be the first week it's out.
Yeah.
But
Adina Menzel, by the way, too, getting cast for it. I was kind of surprised for that.
which one's that one?
Adina Menzel is his wife. in
His
the
wife
movie,
in it. Yeah.
And it's just so funny because
Just the
Um,
casts in general were like.
do you think his wife doesn't really want to do it? Like, I kind of think it's kind of weird. And we even saw her in the trailer. She was the neighbor that knocked on the door, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like,
We'll see. We'll
kinda-
see how
is
it
it
goes.
kinda
I mean,
weird?
it's
Isn't that
just,
kind of weird.
I don't know, man. I give up on the whole relation. I think these guys are just getting to the age where it's just like, you know what, guys, we've done everything. Fuck it. Let's throw everybody in here. Let's just do this. Let's just do that. And some of the places are saying yeah, but they're coming out with garbage. I was listening to a quick piece, but with what's his face from Workaholics?
The shorter
Adam Levine.
Adam Levine, yeah.
Yeah. So Adam Levine and I forget the comedian's name. I love him to death, but I forgot his name right now.
AJ Miller.
No. AJ Miller, the Canadian dude that got fucking canceled.
Yeah, canceled for what?
He did some weird stuff. He was on that show. Whatchamacallit? Oh my God, Silicon Valley, right?
Yeah, I don't think his first name is AJ though. TJ.
TJ Miller.
TJ Miller.
You were close.
He got canceled?
Yeah, he did some sketchy shit apparently,
Um,
or was accused of doing sketchy shit or something. Because I remember he was off of the show,
oh,
if I remember correctly.
what? What?
Controversy, maybe.
Yeah, controversy is a good word.
Controversy. Good, great word. Great word.
Spells
Controversy.
it wrong, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Sexual
Assault
assault.
allegations. There we go.
An anonymous woman, Lieutenant George Washington University with Miller, told the Daily Beast reporter that Miller became violent with her during a sexual encounter
Yeah.
without consent.
Yeah.
Was the violence?
Was the violence part? Yeah. So he's had his issues, but I think it just it was unfortunately I think it is true, but everything got caught up in the time that it was happening. So he got he got found easily apparently after Weinstein and everybody else and stuff. Because even Matheson,
Danny Matheson,
he got
boned.
He just got screwed.
Did he get convicted?
Yeah, I think so.
He's
he's going to be in jail for a very long time too.
That's crazy.
Check it out, Danny. It was because it was recent. It was like less than a month ago, maybe.
Yeah. I feel like he was on trial soon.
Yeah.
1 month ago, will not retire where jury is deadlocked. It was 1 month ago, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, here's 3 days ago. Mistrial. Oh, wow. A deep dive into allegations, defense, and Scientology's role.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird things happening.
Whoa, dude. A retrial date is set for March, and this was August 12th.
Okay.
So I guess it ended in a mistrial after a month-long courtroom battle
so that's what I had
twined with the Church of Scientology. What the fudge?
But there's a retrial, so it's gonna happen again. But now I wonder what stuff is gonna get let in or not let.
Fucking
blah, blah, whatever. If these guys did what they did, they fucking deserve it. So I don't care.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's crazy.
What were we saying before this?
You're not so invited to my bat mitzvah. I don't know, dude. I mean, obviously, I can't really relate to this. I feel like most of it. Really,
yeah, a lot. Yeah. So
it's just like what. Yeah, I just feel like I don't know, man. Adam Sandler's movies now, it just doesn't even say who is he making this movie for?
Yeah. Oh,
what audience?
I was trying to say what I was trying to say. The Adam Levine thing.
Oh yeah, Adam Levine and
Adam Devine. Sorry, Devine is
Adam Levine is from Maroon 5.
Maroon 5. Devine. Adam Devine.
I see you hanging in the bedroom door. Something like that.
Wow. Is he here?
Yeah, shut up.
Is he fucking here, guys? Special guest.
Wow, dude. Yeah, I got some tattoos.
Yeah. I'm married to fucking supermodels.
Yeah, he does marry supermodels,
He does. But so he was doing this with what's the other? It's a very redneck comedian. He's
Adam
hysterical.
Devine.
He's got the mullet.
Who's like Joe Rogan's boy?
Yeah.
Oh
my god!
Fucking Jay would be so tight that I don't remember his name right now.
I'm so tight that I don't remember the name.
Vaughn.
Theo Vaughn.
Theo Vaughn.
So he's on Theo Vaughn's podcast, and it's him and Adam Devine. And Adam Devine, they're talking about why good comedies aren't made anymore. And it was one of those things where Adam Devine's like, well, we pitch him because he pitches them a lot. Apparently now he's like, that's like my new job is pitching.
Really?
And fucking, he's like, dude, the first thing they ask with a comedy is like, but what's the meaning of it? And he's like, the meaning is to fucking laugh, dude.
Yeah, that's funny.
We're not making comedies anymore because people are afraid of a lot of shit, or they need something to back it, and that's why, that movie. Well, I can imagine that someone was like, oh, so what's the point of it?
Right.
Well, the kid learns and blah, blah, blah. No, it's like, what the fuck was the point of Old School? Nothing. It was fucking hysterical.
No Old School, yeah.
Ron Burgundy. What's
Anchorman?
Anchorman. Anchorman is brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
There's no point to it.
There's no point to it. It's just entertainment to laugh. You had a fucking generation of kids that would only quote these movies because they were that funny. Ferris Bueller's Day Off, all these movies. I mean, that one was a little bit more of like, check out, How You Live back in the day if you skip school and stuff. But it still wasn't there wasn't much meaning behind it. It was just like, this is the story of this,
Right.
you know? So I don't know.
Oh, Brian's tight.
Manny. Farrell. Hey, I'm just
Farrell.
saying.
He hates Will
I know
Ferrell.
he hates Will Ferrell, so I'm sorry for saying old school and for saying that. But
Old School's a great movie, though. I love the movie.
But even, I mean, Dodgeball. Dude, I mean, he doesn't like any of these guys. I'm trying to think.
No, he likes Vince Vaughn.
Oh, Vince Vaughn. All right. So Wedding
Yeah.
Crashers.
Wedding Crashers.
Wedding Crashers. There's no point. There's no, not that there's no point. There's no
right. There's no
thing that you have to like get out of it.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, these dudes crash weddings.
Yeah.
It's fucking funny.
Yeah.
And then they got caught up in this one wedding that this all shit happens in. And that's it. It's not like, oh my God, like politically, this is a great thing. Like, it's just like, fucking make the movie. And those movies were the ones that were always the best.
Yeah,
and
fucking
were
live
fun.
your life.
Yeah. Just a question. Wedding Crashers. Oh, got it. No, I'm with you. I do love,
What, dude.
yeah, he's in on this right now. Wedding Crashers, legendary movie, 100%. One of the greatest
Legendary
comedies.
movie,
I
dude.
can watch that at any point, and you can turn it on at any point, and it's gonna be funny within 3 minutes.
So quotable.
Done.
Every scene is funny, dude.
It's-
I actually was literally in the shower yesterday,
Finally.
thinking about Bradley Cooper in the scene where they go hunting,
Yeah.
and he got poisoned or whatever they did
Yeah.
to him,
They
and he's
gave
still
him
like,
the,
no, let's go. He's got
look
the
at-
shotgun.
he's like,
Yeah, right.
His eyes are bugging
Yeah,
out because he's got
and-
the fucking red underneath his eyes.
Oh my god,
it's
dude!
brilliant from top
It
to bottom.
really is,
Every
dude.
conversation though, every conversation is killer. Is just absolutely killer.
Oh, it really is, dude. Brian, big fan of Rachel McAdams.
She's a
I
beauty.
mean, way to just like like you ruined your career with The Notebook, and then you just revitalize it with Wedding Crashers,
1,000,000%.
dude.
And Amy Adams too. Amy Adams' character in there.
Oh yeah, she's great.
The under the table, Jo is the fucking funniest thing ever, just because of the look on his face. And then the fact that they bring it in to another scene and bring up that joke, and he goes, "You left me there, man."
We're getting to the table, okay?
The way he
We're to go to the
delivers-
bathroom, ice my balls.
Dude, the
dude,
delivery,
so
like,
funny,
it's
dude.
just brilliance. It's just brilliant.
Definitely, they all still have it. Rachel McAdams still has it. All of them still have it, dude.
I wish they were gonna do a Wedding Crashers separate movie. That'd be good.
Like another one
bring 'em
with
back
two new
somehow.
people.
No, I don't know if it's like a remake,
No,
but I
see,
think
that
you need
sounds
to
like
continue.
a terrible idea, though.
I know now that I think about it. Yeah, does sound.
You can't make that again, dude. With the son too, who's in love with Vince Vaughn. Too. Vince Vaughn just gets
And Kitty Cat.
fucking
Kitty Cat.
screwed.
Kitty cat.
Call me Kitty Cat.
Call me Kitty Cat.
Kitty Cat.
It's so creepy.
Where is she? She's still in the house.
Dude, when he goes into what are they firm?
They go for speed for comfort. You
And
motorboat and son of a bitch, you old sailor, you.
then he immediately goes, "Fuck you, man."
Yeah. What do you mean? You man up.
Non.
Yeah.
Stop.
Lock it up.
Lock it up. You lock it up.
You lock it up.
You lock it up.
Oh, so funny. Brian says Tony to Dan Campbell right now. I could use like an espresso. I forget an espresso in forever, dude.
Dude, I chugged pretty much a full large iced coffee before we even
Don't
got
get me
on
started with the
shit.
coffee again, dude. Brian wants me to get fucking Cumberland Farms coffee.
Hey man, Cumbies is fine.
Cumbies is not fine.
Cumbies is fine.
You're a fool, Manny. You're a fool.
No, it's Cumbies. I just had my Wawa experience again, so I love Wawa. I forget how much I love Wawa.
Wawa is honestly beat.
No, it's
Okay.
not.
It's a good gas station. It's a good convenience store
Yeah.
for snacks and supplies.
Absolutely.
But I'm sick and tired of people talking about their coffee and their sandwiches.
No, their sandwiches are delicious. And their fucking sausage, egg, and cheese on a biscuit is the best.
Oh, their breakfast is good. I've never had
Yeah.
their breakfast.
Yeah, their breakfast is delicious. I love their
Mm.
breakfast.
Really? Are they pre-made or do they make them like Dunkin' Donuts when
Both.
you order both? Okay.
You can do both. They got most of those like little sandwiches that you can find like at McDonald's and stuff like
Yeah.
are made there, but then they make nice like grinders.
Oh,
They make breakfast quesadillas. They make breakfast bowls.
Breakfast goals.
Breakfast
bowl.
bowls.
That sounds fire, dude.
It's delicious.
You know what I kind of miss being a kid? I remember being in high school, and for like a limited time, I don't think Burger King has
For
it
a
anymore.
limited time only.
But Burger King had like, you know how their original chicken sandwich on that long roll?
Yeah.
For breakfast, they had like
The breakfast one.
a crazy with egg, cheese, sausage, bacon, ham.
They had,
And their hash browns with the French toast sticks
Dude,
too.
I will forever have a place in my heart for Burger King breakfast,
dude. I remember,
and they were the small hash browns. They weren't big.
The
they
circle
were
ones that were crispy and fucking
every
coated
bite.
in something that was.
I don't care what it was. It was delicious.
No, I'm saying it was amazing. I'm agreeing with you.
But the best part was that sandwich, because that sandwich was a taste of. It was like a meat lover sandwich.
Yeah, dude.
And they did it
on
in a
the
croissant too.
roll,
Sometimes,
dude. Yeah, on the croissant you could do too if you wanted. Their croissants,
because the sandwich was like,
dude, croissant sandwich.
Shit. It was a loaded
croissants
croissant.
are low key good, dude. For dude.
Dude, and that was just pure butter.
Pure.
It
Oh
my
melted.
God,
it
melted, and the little flakes would just melt, disintegrate
and,
on your skin.
And then, dude, I remember like the fucking orange juice containers. They would serve for like 3 ounces.
Oh, dude, I did
so I would get
stuff.
2.
Even the French toast was probably one of the more dominant ones.
Dude, the French toast sticks.
Yeah, they were dominant.
Ridiculous.
They had a lot more flavor.
And I remember so specifically being in like middle school and high school, and like middle school probably more so because we had a half day every third Thursday of the month.
Yeah. Oh, really?
So 11 a.m. you get out of school.
Get the
every third Thursday is a half day. Because fuck school.
Oh,
it's monotonous and stupid.
Down with it. I'm
no,
just
you're
surprised
not.
that shit happened.
Because I'm cool, bro. Staten Island is cool.
I had to wait until I was 18 just to be able to just sign myself out for half of the year that I had
really?
left. Yeah. I signed out a lot.
Well, anyway, every third Thursday, half day.
Yep.
So 11 o'clock, you're out of school.
Yeah.
Burger King down the street, Highland Boulevard, in the
11:30.
corner. 11:30 breakfast shuts off. So it'd be fucking beelines to BK. You get your French toast sticks and you sit down and you just get syrup all over yourself.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, dude. It's nostalgia. Fucking McDonald's breakfast is nostalgia to me. It's like what, like you crave that you wish. The Adam, speaking of Adam Sandler, Big Daddy,
hotcakes and sausage.
When he goes for that, that was the biggest failure if you didn't make it in time.
I know,
and
really
that's all
wasn't,
you
dude.
wanted.
Like,
you wanted a fucking
loser,
sausage,
dude.
egg, and cheese,
and
a biscuit or a
and you
griddle.
feel like an idiot. And there's no way you could ever convince me while I'm in the breakfast mode to get like a Big Mac. I'm like, what? No,
I don't want. Those aren't the flavors you want.
No.
And I remember, dude, when I was in Puerto Rico, I would order an actual like the pancakes and the hot cakes with the bacon on the side with the eggs scrambled. That shit was delicious.
Dude.
Probably cost about $1.29.
Yeah, Daddy.
Those are the days.
Brian says we couldn't be more right.
Yes.
He also says that he wants Tony asleep by 9 tonight.
By 9 tonight. That's funny.
That is funny.
That's funny.
But
yeah, all right. So the bar mitzvah is not going to be that great, but
yeah,
it has a speckle of light. Maybe it could be good.
Yeah, you have more.
I have more faith in. I'm hoping. I'm in hopes.
It's because you're a daddy.
I want it to. Yeah, but it's girl problems that he has.
You're gonna have girl problems. You're a girl.
I feel bad for you, son.
What?
Problems, hit me.
Oh, it's kind of funny actually.
No, it is. But yeah, no, I'm not gonna have that problem. I'm gonna have boy problems, I guess. I don't know what the
boy problems.
Well, they say that the boys are harder at the beginning and then
easier when they're adults, and then women are the opposite.
The opposite. So
it just gets harder.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Causing problems.
Renee causing problems. She's causing problems. See, she knew. She knew. She perked up.
Yeah.
She said, "Oh,
I'm the
is
best.
There a problem to be had,
dude? Yeah.
I'll have it." She don't like. Sure.
Stop causing them.
All
right, let's move on
move.
One shitty trailer to the next shitty review here. I want to get it over with, honestly. Only Murder in the Building here, season 3.
I know. I'm surprised that this is the first time we're talking about it too, because it is an interesting show.
Honestly, dude, I watched season 1.
Yeah,
and I like for some reason I don't know if
never brought it up.
I was just like I don't know. Well, that I didn't bring it up, but like I don't really remember season 2.
Yeah, that's why I'm surprised we're talking about season 3.
I don't know. I don't know what happens. Like season 2, I remember vaguely some stuff going on, but we're in season 3 now.
All right, we're in 3.
Season 1 was sick. Again, you think you
can I get a concept? What's the
synopsis? All right, so Martin Short, Steve Martin, and then Selena Gomez live in this New York City building.
Yeah.
And they have a podcast together.
Yeah.
They start a podcast together about like
do they play themselves or
crime.
do they play characters.
They play basically themselves.
Basically themselves.
Basically
but
themselves.
Different names. Got it.
Yeah, exactly. Like Martin Short is like a Broadway actor, producer guy.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Cool,
So that's Martin Short.
Yeah.
Steve Martin plays like a former actor. Selena Gomez plays obviously not a singer or an actress, but she's just a person, I guess. Whatever.
So she's the odd one out.
She's the one I went out. She's like the young one though. Like, oh, like I'm just trying to make it in New York, you know? Yeah.
New York.
They start a podcast about crime, whatever, and then there's an actual murder in the building, in their apartment building, and they decide to like, hey, let's try and figure it out.
We're the best.
And it's like it's a whodunit show, you know?
Got it.
So oh wow, Brian, by this I have watched the show. Farrell might be better. Complete trash, he says.
Oh God, if he's saying Farrell might be better.
So like again, season 1 I thought was awesome. Martin Short is freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
Steve Martin is freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
And Selena Gomez was lovable and also funny.
Yeah. I mean, you
but
gotta love Selena.
Now we're in season 3, and it actually gets pretty intense because we have a few, like, obviously they've gained some traction throughout 2 seasons.
Yeah.
So they have bigger
makes
names like Paul Rudd and Meryl Streep.
Oh, the Rudd boy.
And Meryl Streep's in it, dude. Like, what the fuck?
Streep is.
And dude, she actually, like, episode 1, like, hammers her performance because she plays. It's actually kind of cool because they start. So season 3 starts off with Paul Rudd dead.
Oh, nice.
And now we go
figure it out
back in time. Figure it out. But see, here's where things get kind of confusing. Because, see, again, I don't know if they shot themselves in the foot with this, but like, so he starts off where Martin Short is, producing this play, whatever. Paul Rudd plays the lead character, the actor.
Yeah.
And I think opening night just conks out.
See you later, alligator.
Like, yeah, like bleeding out of his mouth, falls on the stage, is dead. And then they go back in time and talk about when they first started the show and how Meryl Streep was casted. Her character's kind of cool because she played a woman. It was actually like really nice because I flash back to like 1970.
Oh,
and it's Meryl Streep. And they never show her face really, but it's supposed to be her as a young actress trying to make it in Broadway.
Of course.
And Steve Martin is narrating this whole part. It's like, it's like, where have you been? Like, those are the words any upcoming actress wants to hear during the audition, whatever. But what if those words never come? And it's Meryl Streep just failing audition, failing, whatever. And then it comes to the time where she auditioned for Steve Martin Short's play, and she hammered. Like, dude, honestly, kind of like a great performance. Like Meryl Streep, we know is one of the greatest actresses ever.
But yeah, sometimes you can just phone it in.
But she didn't on this one, especially like you would think Mer's in the building. She's old, she doesn't care, but she
was in.
Like she's playing a part where she's playing an actress who's auditioning for her life.
Oh,
like so, like she auditions for her life basically right here, dude. As like some grandmother, it was a great performance by her.
Good,
cast her, whatever. Now we're back in present day. It's just Paul Rudd, whatever, and like Martin was like, oh my god, he's dead. What do we do? He's like, just get everyone back to my place. We're doing the rap party, whatever, with the first show, whatever party. And they go, and everyone's like appalled on what happened, whatever. And Paul Rudd shows up alive, right?
Okay.
So then you're like, oh,
mind fuck.
He was. He goes, yeah, I was.
Who was dead?
Like it was kind of funny, and he was like, oh, like I was dead for an hour. I woke up, and the paramedics were like, what the hell is going on? And he was like, I gotta get to the rap party and tell them what happened. And he runs, whatever, and then he ends up being dead again. Like he got thrown down the elevator shaft.
So he doesn't die the
but
first
then they
time,
kill him
but then
again,
they end up killing. Okay.
So
weird.
So weird concept here.
But
and again, I'm like, at this point, between going back and forth in the time and then Paul Rudd being dead and alive and dead, I'm very confused.
You're already lost it a little.
So I'm like kind of like trying to focus on what's going on here, but it seems like that Paul Rudd is dead. And this is the story that they are trying to actually solve now. Finally officially dead. And also it seems like that I don't know, dude. It just at that point it kind of lost me a little bit. It was a 2-episode premiere of the season 3.
That sucks.
And it just wasn't again. Some of the jokes were hidden. You know, Steve Martin Short. They have the timing down. They know what it is, dude. They're doing it forever. Their jokes, their quips are good. Selena Gomez, by the way, she's been in the news lately.
Yeah.
For how she looks now.
Really?
It looks like because like obviously a couple weeks ago, like Instagram, whatever, people were like, wow, what's going on with you? She's gaining a lot of weight.
Oh, I haven't seen any of this.
And no. So and she looks like not good on season 3 here.
Yeah,
because she looks like she's gained weight. Looks like she's like tried to get some work done on her face,
and
which is fine.
Hasn't hit.
But I like do some research.
Yeah,
and I found out that she was diagnosed with lupus.
Ouch.
Yeah, and for those of you at home who don't know what lupus is, it's an autoimmune disease. I think primarily passed down hereditary.
I think so. Yeah,
and predominantly in women. Selena Gomez is a woman.
she is.
So, it causes like organ failure. I think it messes with your liver and your kidneys.
Yeah.
So she had a kidney transplant. Yeah. So she has a new kidney, and then it also it's not curable.
Yeah. You live with it.
But you can live with it.
Yeah.
But one of the symptoms is your entire body is swollen.
Yeah. So.
So obviously pretty sad.
Sad, but good for her for continuing to not let it stop her from doing stuff.
And it sucks, obviously. Good for her for continuing to not let her stop doing stuff.
Suck, though.
And she is like she's good in the show, dude. Like,
I bet
she was good in the first, she was great.
It's a bummer.
It is Selena Gomez.
Well,
that's it.
Mike just literally came in.
Who's that? Selena Gomez.
Selena Gomez.
Do you like Selena Gomez? I was never a huge fan of Selena Gomez. The whole Justin Bieber thing.
Yeah, no,
I mean,
didn't care.
If you're the type of woman who gets wrapped up in Justin Bieber,
I mean, he's fucked up too now. He's got some shit going on with him too.
Yeah, he's a fucking loser. Hack.
They're dude. It's a very weird thing. It's like
right.
and this is you guys talked about Johnny Manziel last Friday,
and
I just finished watching it, and it's just like all these untolds are like coming out, and you're like, oh, there's the other side, and we've all been so fucking trained now to just pick a side that you feel is it, and that's it, and you stop fucking focusing on anything else around the subject except for what you think, and then you get some of these stories that you're like, fuck, like, all right, Logan Paul. Or Jake Paul. No matter how you look at that doc, you can still think that he's an asshole. You can still think this, that, or you can think he did another genius job in promoting and telling the documentary story. We talked about this. Say Manziel. Manziel, all of a sudden, we start hearing, I don't know if people followed him enough to know that he was like having this much trouble, or if it was just like, oh, the dude's a fucking whack job, he parties and he deserves everything. Like the dude was pretty much ready to kill himself. You hear that side now. Now, how much of this is true? How much of this is show and stuff? And it's just like that's. I don't know how to like deal with it anymore in the sense of like I don't even know where I'm trying to go with this. It was just kind of like I don't know. It's just a weird thing to me.
Try to say that there's like more than one side and people
it's
become biased face value.
Yeah, and we're seeing so many things like that happen and shows and movies that come out showing you that other side, and it's like I'm not sure what's entertainment and what's real.
Right.
And
the lines of reality.
The lines of reality. And it sucks because things like, like the Selena Gomez thing, like you find this out and then you talk shit about her and you're like this. And then all of a sudden Bieber stuff, like all these big name actors, especially newer, younger people that are coming out, they're all coming out being all fucked up, completely fucked up.
I'm fucked up.
And we don't even have half of the life that they've had.
Yeah.
In that short amount of time, So like, the judgment, it's like I'm trying to stay open to all these shows and all these docs and all this stuff because it has gotten to the point where even if you haven't tried or even if you don't follow just one side, like we're getting so shot with so many things that we have to like focus on one and we only focus on one now. And I don't think we're getting to see the other sides and understanding the other sides of it because the Manziel thing is one. Even some of the a lot of the sports docs, you see all these like fast risers. You don't see all the shit that happens and you're like, and then you're surprised and then your whole brain just goes crazy because then you don't know what to believe anymore.
Right.
And that's, now we're going to see even more with the strikes. People are going to go to finding these stories and these are the stories we're going to get.
Oh yeah, dude.
That shit's fucking depressing.
About depressing. I don't know if you heard the Brian and I were talking about on Sports, but to the whole Michael Orr thing.
Dude, again.
I mean, I feel like Netflix is probably working on a documentary right now. But then I'm
thinking exactly, but that's my problem. Is that why it came out now all of a sudden? Like, how is that something that comes out now?
From my understanding, he just filed for a court thing.
But that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Like, why?
Why did he do that now?
Like, why? Like, so long after. So, I mean, what was? I don't even remember what year that movie was. Was it
I mean, we're talking like, I don't know, 2010,
2010?
right?
Okay, so
or 2013. I feel like I was
even that 10 to 13. That's still 10 years. What in 10 years you bring it up now? Like
09.
9. Okay. 09. So we have 14 years. Why is it coming out now like that?
Well, see, that's why. Like, I was talking to Brian, and I mean, it's tough to talk about this, but again, it's questions you have to raise.
Yeah.
Why now? I
Yeah.
mean, we've seen so many times where these people do go along with whatever that happened because maybe they're getting paid off, maybe they're told to hush, maybe for whatever reason. But now he's like, maybe Michael Orr, he didn't have a great NFL career. He doesn't play anymore. He probably doesn't make a lot of money.
Yeah.
He probably is like, hey man, like they made a lot of money off me. I didn't do anything about it then, but now I need to do something about it because I have no money.
Yeah, and that's the part where I just get a little bit annoyed because it's like you should know your shit.
I know, but at the same time, again, like I would be annoyed at that because that's bullshit. But also, I mean, obviously at the time,
the movie
he was in a
movie was made out of you.
I know, and this is a long time ago.
Yeah,
and it's like, and the movie was made like obviously after everything had happened too.
Yeah.
So it's like the book had come out already. You
This-
knew about
again,
the
again,
book.
I forgot about the book. Yeah, that's right. The book was
Like,
part of it.
and it's like I understand, like maybe at the time you're in the NFL, you don't give a shit, and maybe you're thinking like, all right, like this family did kind of help me out.
Yeah,
Maybe they didn't legally adopt me.
Yeah.
But they brought me in.
and they said the son was saying like some of it's kind of fucked up and true or whatever, but it's not like he didn't know. It was some weird thing that I read, but it's.
I mean,
either way you look at
Right.
it, it's fucking.
But it's just like I don't understand. Like maybe again, you would have to assume that this guy, Michael Orr, went through college, went through his NFL career, all fine and dandy, and like again, like maybe things were fine between him and the family. But then, like when the movie was made, they made it seem like he was adopted.
Yeah.
Like who knows if it's even the family that had the like.
Yeah.
Maybe they're like, we're not going to legally adopt you. We'll take conservatorship, so because we're supporting you totally. You're not a real child. Yeah. We'll have that again. I don't know the legalities behind conservatorship and adoption.
They were well off anyways,
right? And it's like maybe the production company that made the movie was like, all right, instead of this, we're gonna make it a full-fledged adoption.
Yeah. Who knows?
Who's like they probably bought the rights to the book and whatever they did, dude. Like there's so many moving parts to this. Again, kind of to what you're saying though, you don't want to jump to conclusions about the family, about Michael Orr. You kind of want to see it play out, get all the facts in, because there seems to be a lot of finger pointing, a lot of blame and deceit and lies and accusations.
Yeah.
So who the fuck am I the day after it was even announced to be like, oh, dude, Michael Orr is definitely lying. Or, oh, dude, the families are definitely pieces of shit.
No, it's not. I'm not looking at it either way, good or bad. I need to understand why the hell it's happening.
Right. Well, again, like,
but we're also in a place where any media is gonna come out.
True or not, though, he's probably doing it to get money.
Yeah,
that's what he's doing.
But that's so and that makes it worse to me. Like,
it does.
I guess I want to know the real answer.
I mean, it doesn't make, if it is true, it doesn't make the family any more wrong or any more right.
Exactly.
But it is like, it's like, then why didn't you do something about it before?
Exactly.
And it's like, I understand hindsight's 2020. I understand when you're in the scenario, you're probably thinking like, I have a family, I have a home, I'll deal with it. I don't care. But it's like, it's shit like that it's like, all right, well, I mean, if you do anything about it then, tough tits.
That's where my mind is at too.
I mean, that's just life, right?
Well, that's what you start realizing when life becomes shorter.
How many fucking times where I've thought like, oh, I should have done this instead of that. Like, oh, like someone schooled me or fooled me, but kind of on me also.
Yeah, I fucked up. I even
like I didn't recognize it.
Yeah,
like I didn't. But like, what am I gonna do now? Like go back to this guy and ask for my Nintendo back,
and then
or
I'm gonna
something?
stress about it. Yeah, I can't do anything better. Nothing else is ever gonna come from.
And what are you gonna do, dude? You can't do anything about it now.
That's why.
Unless you're Michael Orr, and you can, I guess, file.
I guess you can file because that's.
I mean, I suppose there's a certain statute of limitations, and I have.
But a statute of limitations of what? Like of what?
Of I guess them. Like, is it what's the word I'm looking for? Not slander or libel, but fraud. Is it fraud?
Yeah,
Is it fraud technically?
of them adopting him and
But
everything.
like, did they? Again, like it's a movie. It's Hollywood.
And it was made, but that all that stuff, like it was made when he was an adult,
Right. But I'm just saying,
and
like,
he had
for them
people to figure out how he was getting paid for. You know what I mean? Like,
well, I guess he didn't get money, is what his problem is. He didn't get money because it was a conservative ship, so he never got anything.
so he just wants his conservatorship.
Apparently,
fully.
I heard that the family made about $300 million in the book and the movie,
Okay.
and he got none of it.
Okay.
As far as I am, so again, like I have,
Which I find, again, I don't know the facts, so I can't really get into it. But as the way it's presented, it sounds funky. It sounds a little weird. I don't know.
It does.
I don't
No,
know.
it does.
I don't
It's fishy.
understand
It
how
is fishy.
all that shit gets missed
For
all that shit happening anyway. So like,
right.
So who knows?
Yeah, I don't know.
I
dude.
can't. I'm like anything I'm going to say is going to be speculation. So
Right, exactly, because we don't know anything. I don't know shit about anything.
but again, it goes back to that. You know, that's talking about how we don't see both sides and we get so
Right.
stuck. But
I mean, dude, I mean, you just feel with anything. I mean, you know, like we talk about the sports every morning too.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not in the fucking clubhouse.
we don't know what the fuck's happening with Aaron Rodgers for real. We don't know what's happening with fucking Flash. We don't know what's really going on.
I know what they tell us.
Exactly.
Like I'm not with Ezra Miller, you know.
Exactly.
I'm
Or
not
with fucking what's
with
his name?
Selena Gomez. I'm not with Johnny Football.
Yeah, Menzel. Whatever.
I don't fucking know anything, dude. That's right, Mike.
Yeah,
I see you, Michael. Brian Barnaby says, by the way, Martin Short, Steve Martin, is the year 1990. He's super tight about the murders in the building.
He's very tight about it.
I wonder, Brian, if you're still watching it, was it Sam? Sam likes it. Does Sam still watch it? Does she make you watch it, dude?
Looks like it.
So yeah, I don't know, dude.
Right, so
but murders in the building.
I'm gonna skip that then.
I mean, again, like Paul Rudd is funny in it.
Yeah,
they're Martin Short and Steve Martin are funny in it together. They're so good.
I know.
But it's just
I've never been the biggest. Like I'm Martin Short and I appreciate them for their comedic genius. It's just not my style.
It's rated TVMA. They curse a lot. It's funny, but also, dude, like it is season 3, and we're solving yet another mystery, and it's like, again, like it's like each time. It's like now season 3 has to be even more great. It couldn't just be Paul Rudd died the first time. It had to be Paul Rudd died, was alive, died again, and then we're gonna do flashbacks so we can use Paul Rudd through the whole series.
Yeah,
like it literally should have been Paul Rudd in the beginning. You're so hyped, and then just kill him,
and then dead.
And that's fucking funny, dude.
And that is how comedy's done, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Anthony.
You're welcome. But let's move on from only the murders in the building.
Move on. Moving on.
Do you want to touch upon more about Johnny Manziel or?
No. I was just again. I think what I just said kind of covers what I really.
Yeah, I think so too, dude.
About seeing the other half.
You don't care about anything.
Yeah, exactly. I just don't care about these human beings at all.
Speaking of not caring, Heart and Stone here.
Heart and Stone, not caring again. Another real big hit.
Talk to me. This is the Gal Gadot action spy movie on Netflix.
I was again. It was the weekend.
You were again.
I was again. I was again.
I was again
during the weekend trying to find something new because new stuff only comes out certain days. So I was kind of stuck over the weekend with the same crap that had been out for the past 4 or 5 days, and this, of course, is on the Netflix top 10. I mean, the Netflix top 10 is, of course, if you really dig deep, is pure bullshit. It's just whatever they decide they want to make.
It could be anything, dude.
It could be,
dude. A movie comes out on Netflix for 3 seconds. 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Top 10 list.
If it gets 3 views, it's top 10.
Top 10 list.
So I, put it on. At first, I couldn't really recognize who she was because I don't think the poster did her justice, at least the way that she usually looks. And then I started watching it again while I was doing other stuff, and it was entertaining. Kind of one of the guys that plays the main evil dude was annoying. He has a get an accent, and it was just too prominent, too much, or too exaggerated, at least for me. But for her, like, she made sense in this role. She was like a kind of like head of this, company. It was more of a realistic spy than it was a superhero, which gave it a little bit better. And it wasn't like a witty trying to be super evil crime thief like she was in Red Notice, but it was actually kind of she fit this role to me, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It just, but the movie still sucked. Like, it just, you know what I mean? It just, the only reason I brought it up was because she, to me, finally fit a role that made sense and that I could actually mesh with. Action scenes, not the greatest, not the worst. Cameras, the way it was shot, again, nothing special. But, she was just the lead of it. So that's all I needed to say about it, really. It was just another.
Would you recommend it to me? To me specifically?
To you? No, absolutely not. To you specifically, no. If you want a brainless action movie, go.
Would you recommend it to your wife?
Yeah, sure.
Really?
She might like it.
Interesting.
Most people might like it, might enjoy it, I don't think it's a great action movie. And again, there's been plenty that are fucking worse and atrocious.
Wow.
So let's put it this way. We're going to be talking about a movie that I think was way more of a waste of time than me watching Gal, because the Gal at least had some action that I enjoyed. So, yeah.
Well, that's pretty good, I guess. I guess I'm not going to watch it.
No, don't bother. I just thought it was because of the fact that, top 10 Netflix, and it's just been splattered on there for a few days now.
But it's pretty funny because I was reading an article about Gal Gadot.
Yeah. And then she got to do her French thing too at one point.
Is she French? She's not French. She's from Israel.
Israel, sorry.
She's
no, so she used was that what she was then? Yeah, it might be then. I thought it was French for some reason.
Born in Israel.
So
they probably speak French over there.
Yeah,
that's one thing. Like, I don't like. I think it's cool about education over there in like Europe and Asia. It's like they learn 4 languages.
Well, the Middle East, you kind of have to, because you're getting people from everywhere. Like Dubai, people in Dubai that work in Dubai have to know like minimum 7.
People in Dubai, there's got to be some of the sketchiest shit in the world going on.
Beyond belief, but also some of the craziest cool shit.
Some of the craziest
they have so much money that they don't give a fuck about things.
You like money?
I don't mind money.
You don't mind it?
I wouldn't mind having a good amount of it, so I don't have to worry about certain things. But I don't think
that'd be kind of cool, dude.
I don't think it's fucking end all do all.
Really, cream, dude.
Yeah.
So Gal Gadot, by the way, I think I saw this article. Actually, I think I saw her post on her social media about being in Wonder Woman 3.
Well, that should stop.
Which is in development at DC, I believe. And then I saw that Lights Camera Barstool reported after that they have sources that say she is wrong.
Oh,
yeah, dude.
I might have seen that post by those guys.
Right, yeah, Lights Camera Barstool.
I follow them.
Yeah, they're all right, dude.
But I mean, they're just
I don't think
they're an official source.
I don't think that they're better than us by any means.
No way in hell.
But I will say they have some interviews.
Yeah, they have some good stuff. We need to get some more interviews.
I know they interviewed Simon Pegg after Mission Impossible.
See, we need some.
I feel like
guest stars.
Yeah. You and I.
I mean, we're awesome. We're awesome, but we need guest stars.
Listen.
Guest stars.
I was very confused what you were doing. That you were conjuring.
I was conjuring a superstar,
like fucking Doctor Strange.
But yeah, no.
So I think it's pretty interesting. And as of right now, I mean, everything I've looked into,
I feel like the DC universe is just so fucked.
Everything I've looked into, like right now, I'm looking into
everything that you're looking into right now.
Like as of 4 days ago, it says Wonder Woman 3 not in development.
Yeah. So,
and honestly,
I mean, that could be
I mean, after everything that kind of happened, like I feel like they wouldn't make any sense why they would.
Yeah, no, we're good. We can pass on her now. She did her part
5 days ago.
She did her stint. It's done.
So weird. Yeah, she's done, dude. This is I don't want to watch USA Today.
I don't even care anymore. I don't even care.
Today
I just wanted to bring it up
suck.
again because we don't like Godot.
Not in development 5 days ago.
Godot. All right, so she lied. She's a liar, liar, pants on, fuego.
So crazy.
Mhm.
Yeah, she sucks, dude.
Yeah.
Not that she sucks, but she's just not a good actress.
Not our style. Not our style. Okay.
What else am I looking at here? Knock at the Cabin.
Knock
at the Cabin, dude.
Going back to my previous statement of saying that we were going to talk about a movie that was absolutely fucking useless in my eyes. This movie and most of what that dude does is just so bad.
M. Night Shyamalan?
After fucking Sixth Sense,
Signs?
I'll give you Signs.
Signs is a good.
I'll
movie.
give you Signs. I'm gonna definitely okay. Those two movies. Name a few more. Let me see if I'm being this ridiculous. If I'm,
What movie did he direct that was like a fucking kids movie?
I don't know. But he did The Village too, right?
Split was good. Glass.
Split and Glass. Glass. The storyline was good. I just didn't really care for it as much. Signs, and fucking Sixth Sense, I think might be the only two movies that I've ever seen from this human being that makes sense and weren't a waste of my time. Because the problem is that Wayward Pines, he directed.
Oh, The
one
Last
episode.
Airbender 2010. Oh no,
Yeah, that sucked. Yeah.
The Happening, was that
No,
pretty good
fuck The
with the
Happening.
chick? And
That
at the
shit was
end,
terrible.
oh wait, no, this is not. Wow, Zoe Deschanel,
Yeah, it's another bad movie.
Mark Wahlberg though.
Yep,
Really?
still bad.
Okay.
Still bad.
The Village I never saw.
Lady in the Water.
Lady in the Water I heard was really good.
Yeah, it's still nothing. Fucking
After Earth,
like another crap.
Mark Wahlberg again?
Yeah.
No.
this is the one with these two. Yeah,
I heard bad things about this.
Another crap.
I heard some bad things about this.
Once you've seen Sixth Sense, you can't really watch any more of his movies without expecting these big twists, which is again what happened with him. But that twist was just only big because it was the first time it was ever really done like that. And now every time you watch stuff, like there was supposed to be a twist at the end of this movie.
There wasn't.
No one, like I was telling you earlier that I had to literally research what I had missed because it was so not there.
And you didn't miss anything.
And I didn't miss anything once I started looking. I was like, really? That's it? Like, that's what it is? Oh, we're back to reality or not reality, or could this have been? It was all like, oh, use your mind. Could it have been prevented? Could it have been real? Do you think blah, blah, blah? It's like, no, dude, that was just so bad. It was like listening to like a cult leader trying to convince you to do be like, dude, this.
Do this. Yes.
Because he's trying to convince us. He's trying to convince us by us choosing what we think. And it was just fucking, it's a guided.
Where'd you watch this?
On Peacock.
Wow.
I think.
Okay.
Maybe or Amazon. Maybe Amazon. It's out there. Yeah, Amazon Prime actually. If you have Prime, you can watch it. But it was just like, dude, nothing, and it was just long, dragged on. Now, Batista, you mentioned Batista. Everyone mentions Batista in this because he did a really good job. Other than his acting, everything else was pointless. He did a really good job, and the fact that he's such a fucking enormous dude and he can play these roles, like even I just watched the new whatchamacallit, Galaxy, Guardians of the Galaxy
3,
and all of a sudden he plays this kind of like calm father-like figure. Like he can play that, and he did save that movie. He really did save that movie. That movie was very, very shitty. Also, unfortunately, they went a little too far. I mean, I think the raccoon part, the family, they tried to introduce a new Guardians of the Galaxy in a way that, unfortunately, you can't really replace these guys. I think they've done such a good job with those characters that it's very tough to just be like, hey, guys, there's a new Guardians of the Galaxy. No, they're not really Guardians of the Galaxy. They're just kind of like...
There's just other Guardians of the Galaxy.
Dudes replacing.
And the dude...
Whistle dude with that whole storyline.
Yeah. You're talking about James Gunn's brother?
Brother, yeah.
He got too much screen time
Way
in that movie,
too much.
dude.
one of the bigger problems that I had, I think, too.
Yeah. I remember when Mike and I saw it, and we were like, "Why?"
Yeah.
And then it was James' brother. We were like, "Wow, his brother, of course, dude."
No,
Like, what a
didn't do it for me. Didn't do it for me. But yeah, Knock at the Cabin, just absolute waste of time. Absolute waste of time.
Absolute waste of time.
Only because, I mean, if you would have shown this about 15, 20 years ago, it would probably have hit. It would probably have been fucking huge. But you can't expect, if you're not as confused at the end as you were in Inception, there's no fucking way you're gonna figure what the fuck this was.
Right.
Because this was just like, oh, it could either be this or that. Yeah, I know. But not really. It's really one thing. It's like it couldn't have been.
It can't be this or that.
Like it really, yeah. I don't know. It
doesn't have to be.
It stressed me out because it was one of those that, like, at first I wasn't paying attention, and then the longer it got, the more I'm paying attention, trying to figure out what this bullshit was. And I think I was more entertained in trying to figure out how this could have been made, and people thought this was good.
Oh my gosh.
Like, it truthfully, and at the end, it was just kind of like, why did I watch this? Like, I really wasted time.
So no more M. Night Shyamalan.
No, I don't think I can do it anymore.
That's tough.
I don't think his style of directing and storytelling has evolved enough.
It's the same shtick every time.
Yeah, it just hasn't evolved to.
I mean, again, like when I think of Signs and The Sixth Sense, they almost like mesh a little together for me.
Yeah,
because like they're very similar.
Very, very similar, but at least those had
some great movies.
Something at the end that.
But again, early in his career, like kind of new
stuff you haven't seen.
Yeah.
Now it's just regurgitated bullshit.
Regurgitated
bullshit. All right, but yeah, that's all I want to say about that one. Just waste of time. Waste of time for me.
Yeah. Looks like we have a few. I'm looking at the reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. Give it 67%.
Yeah, no.
Some guy, he's saying right here, solid movie overall. Was expecting more of a twist ending. The acting throughout was very good though. 7 out of 10, he says. Anthony T says terrible movie, the worst I've seen in years.
I didn't know you responded.
I'm not Anthony T, dude.
I was gonna say you're Anthony T.
Not Anthony T. And then we also have Shanika.
Renee
Shaneka says movie was terrible. Gave it half a star. Walked out.
If I could give it, first mistake. You went to
pointless, not scary or thrilling at all. Slow build, very confusing, very unlike any other M. Night Shyamalan movie. We were super disappointed. Multiple people. Everyone in the theater.
Everybody in the theater said F this noise.
Flimsy attempt at character setup with the victims and really nothing for the protagonist. I was waiting for some twist or any type of suspenseful moment, but nothing. This does not seem like an M. Night Shyamalan film. Very disappointed. My friend who was with me was disappointed as well.
Well, good for her.
It ended leaving you hanging. Good story. It dragged a little bit, but interesting. Very good movie. Keep this on. Oh, this person doesn't know. This person says Bob Hope Fever Dream is their handle. 3.5 stars. 1,000 times better than Bros. Like Super Mario Bros.
I guess, dude. Whatever.
Man, he's tight.
I'm not tight. It's just I'm tired of. I get so disappointed. I've been so much more disappointed in movies and entertainment these days, and I get it. We're in a rough time. But then I saw a headline where fucking Francis Ford Coppola said that we're in like another golden age. I was like, what the fuck are you watching? What movies are coming out that you of all people are going like, yo,
golden age?
We're in it right now.
Are we watching the wrong movies? You think
we might be? I might be
because I feel like. There's so many. First of all, I feel like the way people were talking about like Mission Impossible 7, it made me feel crazy. The way sometimes the way people talk about movies in general, even the movies like Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Yeah,
people are like this is the best of the trilogy.
Yeah, like they're
like, what are you talking about, dude?
Yeah.
Again, it makes me feel that crazy. Because of how different I feel.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's if we're getting older and it's changing on us, or it's like the stories. There's just no new stories.
No,
and like we were saying at least with the docs, like people are going to start going to docs now a little bit more because of the strike and everything, and we're going to go to web shows and stuff. So,
Brian having some fun here, right in the head. He says, Manny, laughing at Guardians of the Galaxy, and he says Tony might fall asleep.
You're looking real relaxed there, bud.
Yesterday I had someone tell me that I look very vital.
Yeah, no, not today. You look like death. No, I'm just kidding. You just look very laid back right there, dude.
Well, I am definitely a little tired,
Look at
dude.
you. I
don't
mean,
know.
we had to go back to back. I know it hurts sometimes.
The back-to-backs are tough, dude. And
I
I
know.
forgot to fill up my fucking water.
Yeah. See, you're not hydrated.
So I'm
either.
definitely dehydrated.
Yeah. Life for you is rough right now.
I mean, it could be worse, I suppose.
Could be.
It could be Gal Gadot getting hated on by two dudes on a podcast. Stupid.
Or I'm like Shyamalan.
Or I'm at Shyamalan.
Shyamalan.
Get my entire
Whatever.
working career picked apart by a man with a rogue t-shirt and a beard, dude.
No, I'm an asshole.
It's pretty funny.
I'm an asshole.
Oh, thanks,
It's fine.
Renee.
But yeah, I'm good now. I'm good. Tony, wake up.
Hydration, Brian says. What a concept.
What a concept.
Brian's big on the hydration, dude.
Hydrate or die, baby.
Brian and I are
Hydrate or
gonna
die.
go golfing on Thursday.
On Thursday.
Have you ever
look,
golfed before, Manny?
I have plenty of times.
Wait, really? Plenty of times?
Yeah.
How do you feel about golf?
By the 4th or 5th hole, I'm
Thanks, Renee.
bored.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I used to do a lot more drinking.
So that makes more sense.
That made
to
more
enjoy
sense.
it. Yeah.
But still, it's just too much repetitive for me that I didn't like.
I'm getting text messages.
Yeah.
Marianne.
Yeah. RJ is on his bike, I think, with helmet. He's just.
Are we on training wheels?
No, right now what I saw, he was on a tricycle, but he does have one of those pedalless bikes.
If RJ grows up,
Yeah.
well, when he grows up,
Thank you. That'd be great. Thanks.
when he grows up
Woo!
and is like a full adult male,
A full male adult. Yeah.
and he decides to get one of those like trike motorbikes,
Yeah.
what are you gonna do with him?
He's gonna get ridiculed
Yeah,
by his father.
Okay, good.
Unless he's a rapper.
What?
And he needs that in his music video. It's the
Okay,
only
fair
time.
enough.
The only
But you
time.
know what I'm talking about, right? Those
I know.
trike things
Oh,
that
I've seen him
that people
on the highway, and I'm like, you
yeah,
need to not be on the
people
highway.
drive with those and they
Yeah.
blast their music like proudly on a
I'm okay.
tricycle.
I'm okay with blasting music. I really am. I
Well,
don't care.
I think on the motorcycles,
On the motorcycles,
and
a little
the
bit different.
trikes, it's like
Yeah.
kind of weird
Because
dude.
you're actually just playing it.
and
for
it's like
everybody.
almost like how much of it are you actually hearing too?
in your
Because when I'm on a
yeah.
motorcycle and the helmet's on, I can't hear shit,
Shit, yeah,
dude.
exactly.
Like I can't hear anything.
Maybe that's why. But I'm definitely I get having your music blasting. It's
Yeah.
a good feeling when you're driving, you're just submersed in
Mhm.
this really cool shit.
Brian says the drinking on
of
the
course.
course, dude.
On the course.
See, that's the problem with me when I golf, though. The few times I've golfed, it's like, all right, we're gonna drink, and it's 18 holes
Yeah,
of drinking. It's
yeah.
like 3
It's a lot.
hours.
It's a
of
lot. And you have to
drinking,
pee,
dude.
and it's
yeah.
just, yeah,
Oh
pain
my
in the ass.
god, dude.
And it's
Um,
expensive if you don't
but
bring
it's
your own
like-
stuff.
And it's like, how am I supposed to focus on getting better
Focus, yeah.
when I'm like drinking, dude?
Drink it.
Like when I drink, I don't really focus on anything.
No,
I focus on drinking.
on drinking,
Yeah.
on alcohol consumption.
So.
Yeah, no, but my dad plays like the most calm, relaxed game of golf now because he's just older and doesn't
Yeah.
give a shit. Like,
Retired?
no, he just older and doesn't give a shit. When it comes to sports, like my dad's always been an athlete.
Mhm.
He's a tennis coach.
Tennis,
He
yeah.
plays every like basketball player. Fucking great. But when it comes to golf, he just stopped like worrying and he just
Mhm.
started hitting the ball. And dude, every little shot, straight, boop, lands. He was
Yeah, you gotta be loose, dude.
new
Yeah.
still shot, lands, puts it in. What's the score? I don't care. He doesn't care. It's an easier way. And then I watch all my friends that are fucking buying $700 clubs going like, I gotta fucking nail this, and they fucking
Yeah,
suck.
man.
I'm like, stop wasting your money on that shit.
Mhm.
Just because you think you can play good. Like the fact that golfers think that they're good, only the professionals are really good because
I
it's
know.
consistency. Like you're probably and even they are not that great.
Because it's so freaking hard, dude.
So stop thinking that you're like the fucking greatest golfer. You're fucking not. You really aren't. You're
That's so
really
funny.
probably terrible.
You hear that, Brian? No, Brian. He's been doing pretty good. I mean, way better than me.
Hey,
What did you
it depends
play?
on what you're gonna.
Did you play enough that you like kept score and shit, or like what? Like how far did you?
dude.
No.
I mean, I've gotten a few birdies here and there on random occasions,
Right.
but for the most part, I'm just fucking hitting the ball, getting drunk,
Slapping some balls.
slapping the balls.
That's cool, dude.
Slap at a base.
Brian says he's gonna keep me in check. By the way,
Yeah. It's just
on Thursday,
he's gonna keep you in check, boy.
keep you in check, dude. All right, let's move on. Knock at the cabin.
See you. Knock out the cabin.
Oh yeah. Okay, dude. The hunt for what?
Red October.
The hunt for Verapan.
All right. So I just want to briefly talk about this
what do you got, dude,
because
real quick?
I started watching it and it was fucking insane. I thought it was gonna be not as good, but by the end of the first episode, I was so hooked. It is about this famous dude in India, apparently, that he was like a smuggler and he would smuggle this stuff into the town that he lived in or the city, wherever we're gonna call. And some other stuff happened where he ended up hiding in the woods and in the forest. The jungle became like his shit.
Nice.
Like the back of his hand. Like
yeah.
the guy mentioned is like, you know how you know
Tarzan.
how you know your house and like you
Mhm.
could wake up in the middle of the night and go to the bathroom with no lights.
Right.
And you're like, that's how this guy was in this place. But things started getting a little crazy, hectic, and then his sister was murdered.
Mm.
And the guy that murdered her or that killed her, he said kill. I don't think she was murdered, but I think he's the cause of her death.
Mhm.
Once her brother found out, like he fucking like decapitated this dude, held his head like as his like prize type thing. So he shot him from a distance after saying that he would meet him and surrender. He was like, fuck that. Why would I do something like that? And it's crazy because you're interviewing people, of course, that were part of the whole thing, the cops, the special task force that started. But they also have his wife. And his wife is being interviewed like it's nothing. So they're talking about him in the past tense. So he's definitely dead.
Mhm.
Unless something fucking comes up and I have no idea about. So up until where I am right now, I think he's dead. But it just became like this retaliation back and forth between the police and him. And like anytime something would happen, they killed one of his top men in his gang. He's at this point where in the doc that I'm in, he's traveling with like 100+ people through the jungles and living like this. But they killed one of his higher agents and he set up a whole thing and he bombed this car. That was the third thing actually. After this guy died, or after they killed his guy, he shot up 3 or 4 cops inside of a car that he like.
Oh,
he trapped them almost on this curve. Like he just walked up and he headshot, throat shot everybody.
Jesus.
Yeah, like it's this thing where it's like back and forth, and like you have everyone. So he's going from one country technically to like this other. There's border, and I'm not sure if it's like country or if it's like city, state type thing. I don't know how it is. But he's going into another spot and they're not doing anything. He's just waiting there as like all the dust settles and like the heat goes down a little bit and he would come back in. And so then that other side tries to get him and everyone's coming in trying to fucking catch him in the jungle and murder him and kill him and do all this stuff. No one's succeeding. And he's just fucking terrorizing. Now, his people are being killed and pushed out. He's retaliating and gets mainly police. So it's like, if you're a cop, you're fucked.
Yeah.
But these cops were also being complete assholes and like torturing people to get to him. And he's finding all this stuff out.
That's fucked up.
So like, it's a very crazy emotional journey because you're like, I don't know what's real. I don't know like whose side I'm really on. Like these guys are being as bad as these guys. And like, they're talking about, they're like, yeah, we've became rebellious too. Like we were not doing what we should be doing. Type shit, and everything's corrupt. So, but it was really, really interesting, and it got me like I didn't want to stop watching it to come on the show because I was like,
that's mad funny. What is Vera Pan? Like,
that's his name. That's his name.
That's his name.
That's his name.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's out of control, and this dude's like crazy. He's got this big mustache that apparently just always playing with. Like he's pretty nutty. It's pretty nutty.
Wears a red golf shirt.
No. This dude was fucking vicious. Like, and then like the way his wife tells the stories and stuff and talks about him, it's like he had reasons. He's like, dude, I can murder because they did this to me. Like that's the mindset type shit that he had.
This is like a full feature-length documentary.
So I guess it's I'm on episode 2.
Okay.
I don't know how many I have to check. I don't know how many episodes there are, but it seemed like it was more of a a limited series type thing. Let me see. But either way, it's just like it was interesting and it got my attention, which not a lot of these have been doing lately. Episodes and info. 4, chapter 4, yeah. So I'm only on 2 and I'm like, holy shit. So I can't even imagine what else is coming.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Came out this year. Yeah.
Kind of sick.
Yeah. So take a look at that one, definitely.
I will, honestly. That sounds awesome.
Chad, dude.
Cha, dude.
Yeah.
Um,
What time we got? Ooh, I'm almost out of here.
almost one. Oh yeah, real quick though, before we close out.
Yes, sir.
One Jets Drive. Been watching it.
Which one?
One Jets Drive.
Oh, Joan Jets Drive. You were talking to me about
Joan
this.
Jett drives a car.
John Jets.
So One Jet Drive
One Jet Drive.
is like Hard Knocks,
Yeah.
kind of,
But more
but it's
insider.
just produced by the New York Jets.
Yeah.
So it's pretty interesting, and I'm like almost kind of somewhat surprised that they would do both.
Yes and no. I feel like Hard Knocks comes in big dick energy, saying,
Right.
hey, we've done this. This is how we do it. We're not changing. We're not blah, blah, blah. And we have the power on it.
Right.
Jets go, all right, we can also make something like this. It might not look like yours, but we have technically more access than you probably.
Right. But as I'm saying, that's what's kind of weird to me. I feel like because Jets have done this before when One Jets Drive, right?
Yeah.
So you would think they would take a hiatus for Hard Knocks to have you would think Hard Knocks, like HBO would want that.
HBO probably doesn't look at it as a big deal. And
I
this
guess
is more
not.
about this.
And-
you guys know this is really more about like
Right.
Rodgers now.
Yeah. No, I mean that's clearly what Hard Knocks is focused on, at least in episode 1.
At least
The episode comes out tonight, 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
So stay tuned. But also I guess they do know too, like Jay, for example, has watched fucking like both of them like 10 times, dude. Like Jets fans are freaking crazy, dude. And I feel like people watch Hard Knocks because they're fans of Hard Knocks, not necessarily even the team that they watch.
Yeah.
You know, like we were talking about earlier. Like I've watched Hard Knocks when they were with the Cowboys, with the Colts and stuff like that, and Jaguars. Like I've seen clips and bits of that, and it's not like people do watch Hard Knocks. I know who aren't fans of those teams. You know.
Yeah. Well, Hard Knocks is they made it cinematic enough that people will enjoy watching it.
Right.
Because they're telling stories.
One Jets Drive is shot a little bit more vloggy type, where it's like a lot of like the players sometimes like you see it's like cell phone footage of themselves or whatever.
Yeah. They were probably asked to by
I'm sure, dude.
Their people.
But it was good. It was definitely where I watched like the tail end of episode 1 and episode 2, and episode 1 and 2 were great because they kind of went a little bit deeper and maybe even more intentionally. They didn't focus on Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. Because they're not there to focus on Aaron
Right,
Rodgers.
they're
They're
talking
to focus on the team. Yeah.
So like they talked about one guy who was like a defensive lineman, and they did a whole session of him talking to like I don't know what her title was. I don't want to use the word therapist or spiritual.
Yeah,
like
these guys have their people.
She's like the head of mental health or whatever she does.
Yep.
And so like they were like he was talking about like how important it is for him to like really like switch off when he's off the field. Like on the field, he's just like thinking about fucking killing these dudes, dude.
Yeah.
And comes off the field, he's got to get back, tone it down, dude. And he's going through these breathing exercises and these stretches, and she takes you through the gratitude stuff. It was dope. It was cool to see that aspect of a team as well. I feel like you don't get that a lot.
Well, I think that might be also why they do it, is because
people don't see that.
People don't see their ends, because that was one of the things. Like when I would do certain pieces, and you start learning some of the smaller players and like just their everyday life and their roles, like they're well known enough in the league, but they're not the superstars,
right?
And like you forget, like those stories are insane too. And like Hard Knocks is going to focus on the grandiosity of Aaron Rodgers coming in. What could this mean? Blah blah blah. And then all these other guys don't get looked at, and then and they're easier, and they're usually more willing to like let you in more because of their like famousness, I guess.
Right.
So
popularity,
not even popularity, because it's not the public. It's how famous. Like, are you that big? Are you the Aaron Rodgers? Are you the Mahomes? Are you this? Those guys are superstars.
Pop.
Yeah, Yeah, but like they're not necessarily popular to certain
Right.
people. They're just known to people. You know what I mean? Like
popular.
no, because you like popular, right? Wouldn't you
Um,
consider like that's what I mean? Like
I guess so. I mean, I don't know actually, because I feel like sometimes people are like, oh, like those are the popular people, but I don't like them. They're just popular.
yeah, I guess because
I think popular can be both famous
because
and
not everyone in the
infamous.
NFL is popular,
Right.
but they're famous because they're playing a sport. They're one of not that many,
Right.
you know, so they're well known. Maybe I don't know, but I just think that that's the route that they're taking is trying to show those stories. And again, like I said, it's just easier.
And I very much enjoy it, honestly.
Yeah.
It is, even though it's not as well produced as Hard Knocks, it is still really cool.
And it might not even be produced. It could just be the editing. It could just be certain things.
The editing is not as, again, it's
a little bit less.
Yeah, some of the parts are just not as, they just don't draw as much emotion as I think
Well,
Hard Knocks does. You know,
it shows you how you can be given the same subject
and two people can make something totally different.
Yeah, and not make it work, or make it work.
Not that it doesn't work, but it's just, again, it just
but
doesn't,
like you said,
doesn't invoke as much
like
emotion
you said,
out of me.
The
Jets.
the Jets version is a little bit more geared toward like diehard fans, people that want to.
It is. It's more of just everything. This is behind the scenes of what we did today. Chopped it up. Here it is.
Most people don't give a shit about that. They want to see.
They want to. They
the
want
controversy.
Like, Hard Knocks makes a storyline. You know,
you want to be in the room when someone gets cut. You don't give a fuck about anything else. You don't care that they're drawing this play or this play. They care that guy didn't make it and now he's about to get thrown out.
But what is kind of crazy too about One Jets Drive being a little bit more in details is that like things you don't realize, like we were in the scouting room, right? And they're just like ripping through players. Like there's 5 dudes in a dark room with a big projector and computers at each station, whatever. And it's just like next guy. And they go to the next guy, and there's like plays of the guy, a highlight of the guy, and then there's like a narrator on the video who had been pre-recorded and talking about this is a 6'4" lanky arm receiver. He's got the long limbs so he can, you know, jump up and reach for balls. You don't always have to put it right in his chest, which is good for, and it's like, wow.
You're getting really into
like,
it.
You're like, I can't, like, it's crazy that they have this. That there's like a pre-made highlight reel with narration.
I guarantee you most places do that.
Oh, I'm sure.
At this point,
I'm sure, but it's just like, I don't, you never see that.
Yeah.
And it's like,
that's the thing too.
These guys are given, like the scouts.
And
like,
you also have to think about too, how much footage do they really have? Like each one of these teams, they got footage, bro. And you know, when we would choose some stuff, we would have to talk to some of these, you know, media guys from the teams, and they're like, "Yeah, dude, we're out here every single day filming." The amount of footage that football teams have in general,
ridiculous,
is out of control because they videotape everything to make sure that they can look at it and master it. Like it's out of control. And so I can only, that's why I wonder sometimes when some of these teams, like, dude, give something more. You have like these gems in there probably that you could probably do some really cool stuff with, you know?
Dude, definitely.
So I don't know.
Yeah. It's tough,
but I might try to watch those Hard Knocks.
You definitely should. Hard Knocks is great.
Yeah.
One Jets Drive too. If you're, again, even just like 10 minutes to compare the two.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you know. And then I think One Jets Drive is like 35-minute episodes. You know, nothing crazy. But yeah, Hard Knocks tonight, 10 o'clock. If you guys are up for it, you know, bang, dude. Oh my god, dude. Hard Knockers, dude. I don't think you can say Hard Knockers.
I just said it, and so did you.
I want you to eat my butt.
I bet you can't say that. Or did you just say
that? Did I just say that, dude? But I know you gotta get out of here, and I think we're done.
Gotta go work,
and I'm tired, and
everyone needs lunch.
I think we cranked out a nice episode here, buddy.
I love it when you
talked about almost nothing good.
Nothing really actually good.
One Jets Drive.
One Jets Drive was good. Oh, and the doc.
Verstappen, Max Verstappen,
Wiener Schnitzel, Varden, Parkin, Pecan.
Dude, super pumped for this Sunday.
Yeah.
I love it, dude. I am so amped, dude. Definitely Sunday dinner.
Maybe we'll document a little bit for the interweb so they can see how the good life.
Oh, definitely, dude.
Lives,
definitely.
You know what I mean?
You know, hopefully Michael shows.
Yeah.
What's
hopefully
up,
Michael shows to that dinner.
Yeah, dude.
Hopefully, we'll see.
He doesn't seem very confident in the fact that he's gonna, I don't know, man.
Yeah. All I have to say is that you guys have to show up in certain characters. That's all. That's it.
That's ridiculous. All right. Thank you for tuning in here. Go check out Hard Knocks tonight, 10 o'clock. One Jets Drive if you want to. First two episodes out. And anything really mentioned. If you really want to see it, I guess you can go watch it.
You can go check it out.
We didn't really recommend anything. But yeah, we'll be back here on Friday.
Ooh, for some goodness.
With some goodness, Manny not in
I
studio.
won't be here. I don't even think I'll be around, but we'll see.
All right,
we'll see
cool.
how I can do.
So we'll play it close to the chest here on that one.
So close.
Jay and I will be here.
Definitely.
And it'll be a great time. So watch something new. Watch Hard Knocks. We'll talk about it on Friday. Jay's gonna be so pumped for it on Friday.
Super pumped. He's gonna talk the
He
whole time.
literally just absolutely
Jet it.
loves all
jet
this jet shit, dude.
Jetty
He's
jets.
so dude. Literally every morning he's like, "Oh, dude, like Tony, like they've been talking about the Jets like all the time. I just hear it on ESPN, on the radio, on the news."
Do you know sports?
Honestly,
Do you
dude.
know sports?
But yeah, guys, go watch something fun, and we'll see you back here on Friday. I'll see you back here tomorrow at 10 o'clock for Sports Port. Enjoy it.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.